Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I am going to do something a little different today. I am going to show you a picture, which I will do in a moment. But before I do, I want to say, first of all, thank you for following my channel. If you resonate, please like and subscribe. I would love to be able to help more and more people get to the depths of this journey. And because of my own process, my own soul blueprint, which is like so full-blown alive, I just get the depths. I really get the depths, and I want to help others resonate. So welcome, and thank you for all your beautiful comments as well, because they really help me create more content. So first of all, I want to say this: we are moving consciousness. We are moving from a level of consciousness which is called 3D. 3D is not the physical world. It's not the material world. That is just we're here having a human experience, irrespective of what level of consciousness that we're at. So you're either at a 3D consciousness or you're transitioning to the 5D consciousness. And what they are is, it's the difference between standing at the bottom of a mountain and at the top of the mountain, right? The bottom of the mountain, you're in the traffic, you're in the noise, you're in the programming, you're listening to the news, you believe it's true, you are experiencing yourself in a human body, and you think that's all you are. You don't realize that there's more to you. And a 5D consciousness in this human form, still on this planet, but I'm just operating in a completely different reality, because now I'm on top of the mountain, but I'm still in form. And essentially that's what Twin Flames are here to do. And it's a rapid ascension, as we know. Now, saying all of that, I do know that many twins awakened or met their twin in many years ago. However, that was for whatever reason it was for, right? But there's definitely a very fast track ascension process going on the planet now, and we are very much part of it. So first of all, what are we going to do? I'm just in flow. Actually, do you know what? Let's just crack into my picture and then I'll just be in flow. So this picture, I specifically got AI to generate for me, told it specifically what I want and what I need, so that I can help people really resonate with the energetic process that's going on. So this, and I shared this in my group membership today. So today is just really going to be a brief outline of what I shared in there. In there is a lot more deeper. But this is the picture I shared. Now, I could have gone a little bit further and asked AI to create another little image here of another body, but I didn't, okay? So, where am I going to start? I want you to get into a place where you come back to the bubble love phase when you first met your beautiful counterpart, however that played out for you, and you had soul recognition. Because this is the moment where, and that part of the journey is probably one of the most important parts, but it's one of the most forgotten parts because of ego death, because of all the oscillations and all the stuff that plays out between the twins. But this is who you were. So at an energetic level, there's a lot going on behind our bodies, okay? A lot. You see, this is evolution. Humanity's going through a change. And we have been operating in this, in physical form, in this level of consciousness, where we believe in all the systems and all the all the systems, all the institutions, all the politics, all the whatever, right? We believe that this is all we are. The 3D consciousness, which is also separation templates, is things like judgment, criticizing. It's not love. It's we believe we are separate from love. That's probably the best way to put it. We believe we are separate from love, but we know inside of us, we know we're looking for love. That's why we go into lots of different relationships. We buy clothes, new things, you know, to make us feel better, because we're searching, we're seeking for love outside of ourselves. Then we meet the twin in physical form. And this is who you actually meet. You meet your divine self, and you meet yourself, and because you're one being, you actually meet yourself. You meet the union. You meet the union because it already exists. So you come in, you get lifted into this exalted state where there's no duality, no judgment, no control, no expectations. It's just pure amazing, right? And it freaks the living shit out of us as well. That's why the energies repel. But you meet the true you and the both aspects of yourself, right? Then we repel, your journey plays out how it plays out. I just want to try and keep this as brief as I can. But this is the true you, and you are in a 5-dimensional conscious state of being, in form, in physical form, in the material world, having an experience of union in that moment, right? Then what happens is the fear kicks in, because it needs to, because the soul wants to ascend back to this. It's trying to bring this level of consciousness onto the planet, right? How's it going to do that? Through twin flames. This is just one part, okay? So nothing like having, given that we're consciousness, how are we going to know what's in the soul field if we don't have another polarity to mirror it? There is nothing like pure love to mirror it. So what happens is that we then descend, I should say, back down into this level of consciousness again, and this is where the ego death comes, the mirroring comes, the in and out comes, all the crap that plays out, right? However that looks for you, right? It's different for everybody. The feminine polarity leads this. Somebody put this on and it comes up quite a bit actually. Somebody needs to lead it, because if we're to transcend beyond this level of consciousness, right, into this, so we can experience true love, because it's not outside of us, it's actually here. So, and this is all a different frequency. And the reason why you may not resonate with my words right now is because you're still in this frequency, and you're going to transition. You will transition. This is why you resonate with different coaches and different content at different times, because when you're still here, it's hard to resonate with this. It really, really is. You're like at the bottom of the mountain. And it's okay. We've all come from the bottom of the mountain, right? But we're all moving up the mountain. But I'm very much on top of that mountain, and I know exactly. I see and just everything is alive in my system. So let me explain to you what happens. This beautiful being, right, this androgynous being made up of, and by the way, what I see in my third eye and have done very early on from the journey is this. And some of you might see pink and purple energies through your third eye. It's this. It's the dance of the two. It's the dance. It's who you are. It's your essence, right? Formless. That's the formless self that you're observing. The telepathy is coming from here in this frequency. That's why it feels divine, because there's none of this 3D programming. You're not in that, it's not coming from that frequency. So the feminine polarity leads this, because at a soul level, and you have to get out of the ego, you have to get out of the mind and go, why do I have to lead this? Because at a soul level, before you incarnated, you decided that we're going to help shift the consciousness of the planet. So it's time to come down here, descend into this 3D conscious state, and then at some point on your journey, you're going to meet the other body, and they're going to come in with codes and activate you. But you chose this here. And it's got nothing to do with gender. There are plenty of men on this journey who are the feminine polarity. So we've got to get out of that narrative as well. And they are struggling just as much as women are, right? Or however you identify. So this beautiful image here, at some point on your journey, you are going to come into full-blown remembrance. Oh, this is who I am. Now, I see this playing out through my third eye 24/7. It's evolved, it's expanded, the faces have matured, everything. You will come into resonance that you are the union. So the feminine polarity, what happens is we descend back down into this level of consciousness, back and out of that exalted state, back into here. Then we're getting mirrored, triggered, and all that sort of stuff, right? Then what happens is we keep looking over here. Just imagine there's another body here, the masculine. We keep going over here. I'm receiving these messages, right, telepathically, but he's doing this because he's not giving you the message from the 3D. This one's giving you the message from down here, from up here. Knock, knock, knock. I'm trying to get into your energy field, but you're in resistance. You keep rejecting me because you're thinking I'm over there, but actually I'm in this level of consciousness. I'm in this level of frequency. You need to remove your programming. You need to get rid of it, and I'm going to keep triggering the living shit out of you until you stop being in this consciousness. And it's a process, right? Your masculine is going to keep playing out this level of consciousness while ever you keep thinking that that's all he is, because he's this. And so are you. This is the true you. And at some point on your journey, and it is, like I say, it's a process, you are going to come into a place where you remember, oh, that's right, I'm that divine being. So I'm going to start making a conscious choice to not feed this 3D consciousness anymore. This is what the union code is all about, which I've had a phenomenal amount of feedback on, by the way, and I wish I might even do some posting on. But whatever you believe that your masculine is over here, still in your energy field, because he can't run, he can pretend to, but he can't. What's actually playing out is the higher masculine is going through this body and saying, whatever you remain looking and searching for me, you are not in your divinity. You are forgetting your task. You're forgetting. So I'm going to telepathically send you messages to say, hey, don't forget you're this. This is you giving yourself everything that you need, believe it or not, on this journey. This whole divine being, like, you don't resonate at the beginning of this journey how powerful you are. You are creating your own synchronicities to remind yourself in the physical world that you are on an awakening path. Your divine being is doing that into the physical world, giving you messages, giving you visions, giving you downloads, sending you telepathic messages. Let me tell you what happens. This beautiful being here, I want you to really focus in on this. Not this. This. At some point, you will feel the energies within your body. Well, no. What you'll come to is you'll come to a place where you feel this, and you may see it like I do, but you'll see it or feel it, and you realize I've always been one. You're literally feeling them moving around your body, dancing. You might hear your feminine polarity start communicating to her masculine telepathically, and you're observing all of this. Meanwhile, you're also picking up on the thoughts of the other body because you've really tuned into your soul frequency, but you are not going to pick up on their thoughts if you are remaining in this programming, because you're forgetting that you're this. And so your masculine is going to stay in 3D programming as long as you stay in 3D programming. You have to come up. This is why you start, it's not in here, but you start coming into the fourth dimension, and you start, this is where you're as you're transcending, or ascending, I should say, right? This is why where people say you transcend the mind, you've got to get past this templating crap that the mind's making up, that what the ego structure is, because it's all sitting in your energy field. So when you're in that fourth dimensional state, or moving, that's like the bridge, right, between the two. is when you're clearing all those old patterns that you've been playing out. And then you start feeling more. This is why you've got to get out of the physical world. This is why the feminine polarity goes into solitude, because you have the codes of remembrance, you have the codes of intuition. But whatever you keep saying, but they're behaving like this, you're still in this programming. And your job is to get the heck out of it. And let me tell you, you feel bloody amazing when you're out of it. And you remember, oh shit, I'm her. Him, her, whatever you want to call yourself, right? It's all just labels. I'm this. This is my consciousness. It's love. I don't need to seek it anymore, because I'm now experiencing this whole thing through my body. You'll come into a place, and this is what's really important, and where I'm going to finish this off. The feminine polarity, when she fully has awakened and fully is in resonance and remembrance mode, she will no longer play in this level of consciousness. She will embody. This is why inner union is about embodiment. You're embodying this whole dynamics, right? This is why you are the conscious one, and why you must get out of this. I'm just going to use the words he and she, but he plays out the subconscious, right? So you are going to transform the subconscious beliefs, because you are going to come into this remembrance. That's right, we are this. So whatever's playing out over here is because I still believe in this. He is so devoted to his feminine. Like, look at this picture, okay? Your masculine is so incredibly devoted to the feminine. But until she remembers this, she's not going to feel that devotion. She's going to feel this. He is so devoted to you, this masculine. He's going to keep reflecting to you that you're in the 3D and you're forgetting who you are. So there's nothing like showing you in a really hard lesson that you are not, you're still in your, I won't come to you when you sit in this, because this is not who we are. Well, you remain sitting here and forget that what we agreed we were going to do, and this is your journey to start it. It is what it is, right? Well, you sit in the pity party and in victim mode, and you sit in your ego structure and you keep complaining. You're not going to see me. I'm not going to stay with you, because you are not in your divinity, and I know who you are. And so in this material world, I'm going to show you where you're ghosting yourself, where you're blocking yourself, where you're forgetting who you are. Because there's nothing like pure love rejecting you, abandoning you, to show you and remind you, we've got to get out of this. There's a bigger reason for it, because we're raising the consciousness of the planet. And when you start to resonate with this, you do not want to play into this anymore. You're like, this is who I am. So then as the feminine polarity, you become the embodiment of it, and you hold this union in your body. So what happens is, if once the feminine relaxes and realizes what's going on and embodies this, the masculine, the higher masculine, descends down into your energy field. He cannot descend down when you're here and you're in resistance. When you've softened the field, he can descend down, and guess what else? He's not just descending into your awareness, he's descending into the other bodies, and the other body goes, hang on a minute, what am I doing? They're operating in the same frequency as you now. And so this is why union cannot exist in the physical world while ever you are in this. Because this is not who you are. This is fear, lack, scarcity, separation. You've got to tune in here, and then as the feminine polarity, you embody it, you hold it, you anchor it in, and you remember this all the time. And the minute you step out of it, they will be reflecting it right back. You're out of your divinity. Get back into it. And the mirror does stop eventually. What happens is you end up becoming the mirror for them. This is who you are. You are divine. So you're shifting consciousness states. Anyway, If you need some help and support on this journey, I deep dive into all of this. When you experience this happening at an energetic level in your physical form, and you experience to the level, I mean, not everyone's going to experience it to the degree that I do. Some will, some won't. Every journey is different. But I knew from the onset that I was here to coach twins. Now I know why. And it is to come into union. It is to remember that you are the union. It's just you got to get out of the programming to feel it. This is a somatic. This is why the feminine's about feeling into the body, feeling intuitively what's going on here. Don't look at what's playing out in the physical. Come inwards, and then you'll start to remember who you are. And you'll feel the masculine and the energy dancing. You'll feel the energies moving all around your body. You'll feel them making love. Like, it's so powerful. And eventually what happens is, as you hold it and you remember, holy shit, this is who I am, and I'm having this human experience, and you anchor that down, you become incredibly magnetic, because then you're pushed into your feminine energy. And then your physical twin, he's not separate to you. He's in your energy field. He's not in this picture, but he's sitting here. As you ascend, you bring their frequency with you. So anything that they might be engaging in this level of frequency falls away. Just like it's fallen away for you. Jobs, friends, old relationships, does the same for them. But you've got to hold the keys. It's not their job to. That's not their role. Understand and resonate with their role. But come back to here. This is what's important. Release the stories. Release all of that programming. It's not true. Come back to presence. This is why you don't plan the future with your masculine, because you don't need to. Because he's right there and he knows what you need. He's in your field. He picks it all up. This is why you don't meet in the past or the future. You meet in presence. And this is why the feminine must move out of her subconscious and into her consciousness, because one of us has to hold the union. And please, 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 please do not write comments on my channel, but why does the woman have to do it? It's not the women that are doing this. Okay? It's your soul, and this is what you came here to do. Sending so much love.